In today's video, we're doing a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me, and I'm gonna be taking you in my makeup drawers, picking out my makeup while getting ready. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you're having a great start to your Friday. If you are new to my channel, my name is Julie, and I post mainly Get Ready With Me videos focused on affordable drugstore makeup. I want to show you that you do not need to spend a lot of money to have really great makeup. So if that resonates with you, I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our affordable beauty community here on my channel. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this style of Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me, where I take you through my makeup drawers and we select what I'm using as I'm getting ready, or if you prefer it where I've already selected the products and then just get ready. I just figured I would go back and forth with getting things out of my collection, showing you guys inside of my drawers. It sounds so weird. Makeup drawers. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out my foundation. So over here is where I keep the majority of my foundation. And then down here, I have like a few foundations that I've been using like more regularly, like my Revlon Color Stay and the Revlon Serum Tint is there. So we're gonna pick out a foundation over here. And over the weekend, I picked up the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint and the L'Oreal True Match Nude serum stuff. So I think today I'm going to use that L'Oreal serum. So let's go ahead and grab that, because the other day I used the Superstay. So, and I have used this in the past and I really enjoyed this. Like, it was like a daily favorite back in like 2020, 2021. I used it all the time, like when it first came out. So really enjoy this. So I'm going to use that. And then for concealer, I have most of my concealers in here. And then I have a few in this drawer. And most of these are like either shades that don't really match me right now. Like I've got the e.l.f. Camo concealer. This one is in light peach, and honestly this one's a little too light for me. I have the Rare Beauty brightener thing. Sorry, this isn't really focusing. I'm trying to use my phone. There we go. But I don't really use that too often. And then I've got different shades of like Tarte Shape Tape. I always want to say Shart. But yeah, so, and then I've got MAC Studio Finish like concealer for blemishes. So I'm probably not going to pick out any concealers over there because those are kind of just extras. So maybe I could try to use the Natasha Denona concealer again, because I really haven't used this too much. I know that some of you guys were saying to use even less than what I was using in the video where I first used this. So, because it was kind of settling in creases. So we'll try to use that again and use like a little less. And then for powders, maybe I'll use this one again to get a good opinion on that. Like I've been loving Rimmel Stay Matte. It's like my new favorite. And off camera, I used the Maybelline Fit Me translucent. Not a huge fan of this. I don't know. I just don't really care for the Fit Me powders. I don't know if it's because maybe the shade is too light. I don't know, but it just seems too powdery or something on me. And also I have the loose powder down here, and I've used that a few times. Didn't really care for it either. So I don't know. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury. I have this, which is a little too dark for me right now. We've got the e.l.f. HD powder. I'm just not a really big loose powder person. So we'll do these, and then we'll go ahead and also pick out the primer, because I want to do a primer today. I think I might actually use this with that serum, just because I find that L'Oreal True Match serum to not be super illuminating. So I might use this underneath. And then let's go ahead and get brows. So I'm probably just gonna do, maybe I'll do Build-A-Brow again. I've really been enjoying this medium brown shade. So I usually keep most of like my brow things like over here in this drawer. So we'll just go ahead and start out with these, and then we'll come back and pick out some more products here in a minute after I apply these. So we're just gonna put that all over. But yeah, you guys were telling me in my last Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me that you wanted to see inside my makeup drawers whenever I was picking out what I was gonna use. So thought I would give that a shot today and see how that goes. But I kind of wanted to break it up and go back and forth, because sometimes when you're just like in the makeup drawers, like for the first half, it just seems a little too long, I feel like. So I thought like maybe going back and forth and breaking it up a little bit might make things not as boring, at least for me. So I just put some on the back of my hand here. Just gonna dot a little bit of it first. But actually, yeah, this shade right here is like a pretty perfect match for me. But in the past, when I used to use this, it was really long wearing. It had a good light to medium coverage. But I really liked the finish on this. I've used like several of these before, like all the way up. But yeah, I just decided to pick up some of these foundations that I know that I like, but haven't used in a bit. So I'm just blending it out with my Damp and Wet n Wild makeup sponge. I'm gonna use just the smallest dot of this, like that. And then I'm gonna take my finger and lightly pat that out. I'm just gonna apply just the smallest amount, and then if I need to apply more, then I'll apply more. But yeah, that little dot definitely went a long way. But I am gonna apply some more of this, but I'm gonna apply it like right here. And that might be too much, but I'm not gonna take it all the way up underneath my eye. I'm just gonna use it to blend like where the under eye, like where that little dip is in the under eye. I definitely like that better using just a little bit of it. So you guys were totally right about that concealer. I do really like the finish of this concealer. It looks really beautiful and illuminating, looks really hydrating on the under eye area. I'm gonna apply some of this Lifter Plump Chili Pepper Gloss from Maybelline just to moisturize my lips and give them a plump before I do my lips later. And I'm just using my large Real Techniques powder brush to apply this powder. And I think that this powder might look slightly a little bit more powdery than the Rimmel Stay Matte, but it's not as powdery as like the Maybelline Fit Me. But I don't know. I'll try to use the Maybelline Fit Me on camera sometime. And I need to try to use it a little bit more in different ways to see if maybe I like applying it better with like a powder poof or with a larger powder brush. You know, sometimes different tools work differently with certain products. And then I'm just gonna go with a spoolie brush and brush through my eyebrows before I go in with the Maybelline Build-A-Brow. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the warmer medium brown on my eyebrows just because I've had my eyebrows microbladed and the microblading is starting to fade. And in that fading, it's making my eyebrows seem even more ashy than they naturally are. Because like my hair color is fairly warm, like a warm golden brown. And it's kind of weird sometimes for me to have like super ashy brows. It just looks like my hair's dyed a different color than what it is, because my hair is all its natural color. I don't have any dye except for like on the ends of my hair where I had it blonde before. But I do have a hair appointment this Thursday, and I'm probably just going to get a very light trim because my goal is to grow my hair out super long. Like, I want to have it as long as I had it in high school. Like, I'll put one of my senior pictures up on the screen so you can see just how long my hair was when I was in high school. It was so long and so beautiful, and I just want to get my hair back to that length and that health. So I definitely think using the heatless curls tool that I use to do my curls, like I barely put any heat on my hair at all. And I think that's making a huge difference in my hair, just growing out the natural hair color and not really putting a lot of heat on it. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back with the gel, and I'm just gonna brush through my eyebrows. Okay, now we're gonna pick out, well, I mean, I'm just gonna use my Milani eyeshadow primer. Just really been enjoying that, so I'm just gonna use that. I've got a few different spots like where I keep my eyeshadows. So I have some in here, and I have some on the opposite side. And then I have some larger palettes right down in here, like some Pro Fusion palettes, and some of, you know, the larger palettes in my collection are down here in this drawer, but I don't think I'm going to use any of those today. I think I'm going to do something over here, and I've been wanting to use this palette again from Wet n Wild, so I think I'm going to use this one today to do my eyes. So let's pull this one out. But I have a lot of like the larger Wet n Wild palettes over here on this side, so you can see. And I have a few of these LA Girl Eye Luxe palettes. I have some of my eyeshadow primers over here. And then over here, I've got a lot of my single shadows, the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes. And then I have some of like the trios from Wet n Wild, Maybelline Nudes of New York, this Catrice Electric Rose palette. And then I have some pigments back here from ColourPop, Wet n Wild, and L'Oreal. So those are what I have in my collection eyeshadow wise. So I figured we'd go ahead and do the eyes first, and then we'll go back and pick out like bronzer, blush, highlight, mascara, and all of that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with this Milani eyeshadow primer. So first I'm gonna go on the lid with this shade right here. And I'm just gonna, I'll use this with my finger at first and just put this all over the eyelid. I know that you guys have been really into these everyday looks, and I just want to show one with like an actual palette. So I'm kind of taking that up into the crease a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab the Sigma E25 blending, and I'm gonna get some more of that shade here on the brush. And I'm just gonna go in the crease, take it up in the outer V just a little bit to create more of an almond cat eye shape. Do the same thing over here. And then I'm gonna grab just a little bit of this warm peach color on the same Sigma 825. And I'm gonna go on the top of where I blended out that lid shade, just to warm up the crease a little bit. And then I'm gonna take some of this shade here, and I'm gonna brush that here underneath the brow. And I'm gonna grab just a little bit of this white shimmer, lightly put that underneath here. I don't wanna do too much because, like, as you can see, that shade is like really kind of sparkly. Like, I don't know, maybe that's not like the best brow bone shade actually because of the sparkle. So probably you could just use another shimmery like white that you have in your collection, or just stay all matte. But since I did that to this side, let's just make it the same. And then I am gonna take some of that sparkly white though and use that here in the inner corner, because I think that would be pretty as an inner corner highlight. I don't know, it's like maybe that shade is not the best for an inner corner or brow bone highlight. It's just like too glittery. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over that with a different shade because I didn't really like that. I'm just gonna use my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit, the highlight shade. This is always what I use to brighten my inner corners, so might use a little bit of that up here. It's like, it's too glittery. I can't get rid of the glitter. It's like, I like glitter on the lid, but that's about it. Like, I think maybe this white would look really pretty, like popped in the center of the eyelid. Like, let's just do that. Like, if you take a little bit of it and just kind of put it on the lid there. Now see, I think that looks pretty. Used as like a topper, but not as like an inner corner or brow bone highlight. It's way too shimmery for that. Okay, so now we're gonna pick out bronzers, and I have a lot of like my daily bronzers up here. So this has been like my go-to cool toned bronzer contour. The LA Girl Just Blushing Blush in Just Because, really like that. And then for like a warmer, just neutral bronzer, the Milani Silky Matte in Sunkissed. And then this has been discontinued, but the NYX Blush and Taupe, that's another like cool toned bronzer that I like to use daily. And then I have more bronzers in here. Like, I got the Charlotte Tilbury, the e.l.f. Halo Glow, Rare Beauty, like her stick bronzer, the e.l.f. contour palette. These over here are kind of too warm for me right now, so I'm gonna save those for summer. So, and honestly, like this Milani bronzer might be a little bit too warm for me, but maybe we'll use this e.l.f. contour palette today because it's been a minute since I have used this. So this is a bit more warm than those other bronzers that I showed you up in the everyday drawer. So let's use that. And I really like the highlight out of that palette too. So let's use that highlight. And then down here we have our blushes. So have a lot of different blushes in here. So I have some of the Rare Beauty blushes down here. And I rarely, no pun intended, use these in videos just because I focus mostly on drugstore, but I think I might want to use one of these today. And I'm thinking maybe this red, since I have red on. This is in the shade Grateful. So let's pull this one to use. Okay, so with this bronzer, I'm going to use the shade here. And I'm using that new brush that I got from Amazon. I will link that brush set below. I've been using some of the brushes today, so I will have linked down below like what I've been using. It's like I've been getting so used to using more cool toned bronzers that sometimes when I use these warmer ones, I'm not really into them right now. I know like in the summer, once I get more color, I tend to like warmer bronzers, but right now sometimes they're almost too much for me. Like I almost feel like that's too strong of a bronzer, but I'm just gonna kind of blend it out. But this brush that I'm using from that brush set that I bought from Amazon, this is the large powder brush, but I do really like this for bronzing, not really for setting, but it works so well for bronzing. Just taking some of this up along the hairline. It's like, I don't know if this happens to any of you guys, but sometimes I slowly get more and more heavy-handed with applying my makeup over time. And then it's like sometimes I'll see my makeup looks like on camera and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was way too much. And then I have to like scale it back, just like the concealer. Sometimes I get too heavy-handed with foundation or bronzer. Like, it just happens sometimes, and then you realize like, oh my gosh, like too much of a good thing is too much. But I think this lightly applied does not look too overpowering. I mean, slightly, but not too bad. And then I'm just gonna go back with this larger brush and just kind of blend over that, just to blend it a little bit more. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of this and blend it here on my neck. And I do want to take a little bit more of this bronzer and blend it here around my nose. Okay, then with this blush, it is very pigmented. So I'm going to put just a little bit of it on the back of my hand here, do my blending technique, and then I'm just going to blend it out on the back of my hand. Like, look at that. It's such an intense blush. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush, just get a little bit of this on the brush, kind of blend it out. And then I'm just gonna lightly apply this to the apples of my cheeks, kind of pull it back. See, got a little bit heavy right there. If that ever happens, I just go back with my sponge. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back, blend that out. It's like, I really do like this color, but you have to be really careful with it or it can look very clownish. I think that's pretty good. And I do like this color with the shirt. I think it looks nice. I'm gonna take just a little bit of it up here. And I know this might seem strange, but I'm gonna get a little bit of this on my blending brush and actually take just the lightest amount of it up here in the crease, just to kind of help warm this up even more and just tie in the blush a little bit better with the whole look. See, sometimes I feel like just putting a little bit of your blush in your crease really pulls the whole look together. I'm going to use the highlight here in the e.l.f. contour palettes. Man, the rain is really coming down now. Can you hear it? Actually sounds really relaxing. And then for my mascara, I don't have, well, actually I do have quite a few mascaras, but I think I want to just do a black mascara today. And I've really been enjoying this Essence Lash Without Limits. So I think I might use that on the upper and then the Bye Bye Panda Eyes on the lower. This is my lipsticks. So trying to decide what lipstick I want to wear today. I really like my Dior lip products and I don't really wear these too much in videos, so maybe I'll wear like this one here, which is like the red shade. I think this is in Cherry. Yeah, so let's pull this. I'm gonna wear this today. All right, so I'm just gonna curl my lashes and apply the mascara. You know what I just realized? I totally forgot to set my face with my setting spray. So I like to do that normally before I do my mascara because I don't like getting my mascara or getting my lashes wet because I feel like it makes my lashes fall. But I'm just gonna use my Urban Decay All Nighter to set everything. And then I'm gonna apply the Dior Lip Glow in Cherry, which I've almost used this up. That's all that's left in there. But I especially love these Dior lip glows in the summer. And I know that these are not cheap, but the thing that I like about these is they have like that pH adjusting. So they get a little darker on your lips, almost like a stain sort of. And when it wears off so even. I find that like a lot of lip products like this, it kind of wears off more in the center first, and then it kind of leaves like almost like a lip line effect on, you know, like the outer part of your lips. But this wears completely evenly and it just feels super moisturizing on the lips, and they're just so easy to apply throughout the day, and I feel like they look really nice in the summer. So if you did ever want to splurge and you like that in a lip product, you would absolutely love these. I hope that you guys enjoyed this type of Shop My Stash. If you love this, where I show you me picking out what I'm gonna use, like showing inside my makeup drawers, let me know in the comments or thumbs up this video so I know to film all of my Shop My Stash videos like this in the future. But yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day. I hope that you have an awesome weekend, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.
You shouldn't doubt yourself 'cause you're a work of art.